Hey everybody, I'm Waller's Wallet, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how I booked 2 tickets using SkyMiles. Yes, SkyMiles to Amsterdam and Brussels for about $160 total, and that includes a lap infant as well. But first, if you're new to the channel, this channel is all about credit cards, credit card rewards, and showing you how to use your points and miles to travel for less. So if that's something that interests you, consider subscribing and turning the notification bell on as well. Now, I've been trying to plan a trip for this October for a little while now, and I've gone back and forth between should we be going to Asia or should we head back over to Europe. And really for my travels, it comes down to award availability. And I just haven't seen any business or first class space to Asia at a price that I was willing to pay. So I started searching over in Europe, and I looked at a couple of countries and cities that I haven't been to yet, and I think I found a really good deal for myself. Now, I know people love to hate SkyMiles, and I get it. They aren't the most valuable points in the market, but they are far from worthless. And when I was just messing around on Delta's website, I was able to find round-trip tickets to Amsterdam from Boston for only 48,000 miles in taxes. And that's actually a pretty good price for a round-trip ticket and coach, especially since most programs to Europe are going to cost you between 50 to 60,000 miles, and some of them will even pass on fuel surcharges to you as well. And for that price, we could actually take the train to a few other cities and just come back and leave from Amsterdam. But I decided to play around a little bit and see if I could find a better option, not only in terms of price, but also for convenience. And I was actually able to find an option where we fly into Brussels and leave from Amsterdam for only 43,000 miles per person plus taxes. But the taxes were different depending on if I visited Amsterdam or Brussels first. If I decided to fly into Amsterdam and leave from Brussels, it would still be 43,000 miles per person, but the tax would be $62.53 per person. And if I decided to fly into Brussels and leave from Amsterdam, it would still be 43,000 miles per person, but it would only be $51.43 per person. And on top of that, the way home from Amsterdam is a non-stop flight to Boston, which I would prefer. Now, I know it's only a $20 difference total, but I was going to see both of these cities anyways. But by visiting Brussels first, I'm going to have an extra 20 bucks for some beer money in the city. So if you're flexible in the cities you're going to visit, you can play around with the dates and potentially save yourself extra money by altering the order in which you're going to visit those cities. And just to make sure I was actually getting a good deal, I decided to search a couple other options as well. I went over to Google Flights to see the cash price for these flights, and you can see the price for 2 adults and a lap infant was between $1,300 to $1,400, and I definitely was not going to pay that. Then I checked a few other reward options just to give myself a complete picture. When I looked at Aeroplan, it would cost 120,000 miles and $170 in taxes. Nope. When I checked over at United, it would cost 120,000 miles and $265. Nope. Then I went over to Flying Blue, and remember with Flying Blue, in order to add a lap infant, the flight must be on Air France or KLM Metal. It cannot be on partner airlines. So checking Flying Blue, and the cheapest option that met that requirement was 139,000 miles and $423. That's a big nope. And while I don't have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, I do have the Chase Ink Preferred. And the cheapest option through the Chase travel portal was a basic economy flight on TAP, and the flight times were not the greatest either, and it would still cost me 144,868 ultimate reward points. And really, you'd be hard pressed to find a better transfer option for only 43,000 points for this open jaw ticket. So ultimately, I decided I would spend 86,000 SkyMiles and $103.46 for our tickets, which was a pretty solid deal. When I looked up our SkyMiles account, my wife actually had just over 10,000 miles in her account, so I would top up her account to finish out this booking. To do this, I actually moved 58,000 points from her account to her Delta SkyMiles account, and then I moved 18,000 points from my account to her Delta account. Now, if you've ever transferred points from American Express to a domestic carrier, then you know they have this terrible policy that you need to pay the excise tax of 0.0006 cents per point with a maximum of $99. And really, I wish they'd get rid of this because no other company I know of makes the customers pay to transfer their points. So to move those 76,000 points to Delta, it ended up costing us $45.60. And to add a lap infant, it was only $16.73, which is extremely cheap. And since this flight would have cost us $1,535.96, when you subtract out the taxes and fees and the excise tax we paid to move our points, we received just about 1.6 cents per point, which I am perfectly happy with. And when I was booking this ticket, I actually screwed up and picked the wrong date to fly home on. Fortunately enough, I caught it right after I booked the flight, and the award price to come home was the same the following day, so I had to call Delta and have them fix this since their website was having issues. And it was fixed in just a few minutes after I called them. So all in all, we paid 86,000 SkyMiles and $165.79 to visit 2 more countries we haven't been to yet, which I think is a great deal. So while many people want to write off SkyMiles, I don't think you should completely write them off. Sure, they're not the first currency I would go after, nor are they the most valuable currency on the market. But when they increase their credit card bonuses and you're beyond 524, I definitely think they're worth considering. Because when it comes to United, American, and Delta, United and American are moving towards a dynamic pricing model for their award flights. But I feel Delta has the better experience of those airlines. So tell me, how have you used your SkyMiles? Hey, if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you know somebody who might benefit from this video, feel free to share it with them. And if you want to help support the channel, a simple way would be use the links on the website or in the description below. And if you like learning about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, or just flat out traveling for less, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And until next time, safe travels and take care.